Free to
I was today years old when I was told the rocks are tight, and I'm one of those girls. I was today years old when I found out there ain't no ease in the jail. Yes, I live on the run. I was today years old when I found out there ain't no honey. Yeah, motherfucking honey buns. I was today years old when I was told you like skinny buns after midnight, and I bet when I'm not home. Thanks for this little black place to appear. When you said sorry was oh so sincere. I smell your incorporates made out of beer. I almost believed you till the flames appear. Is that your own pants on fire? Please. Is that your own pants on fire? Please. I was today years old when I was told about waste $1 million. Last time my thoughts are so heavy. I was today years old when I found out stars don't really twinkle. It's a trick just like this. Thanks for this little black place souvenir. When you said sorry was oh so sincere. I still heard incorporates made out of beer. I almost believed you till the flames appeared. Is that your own pants on fire? Please. Is that your own pants on fire? Please.
It's your girl, Beauty Barzz. I don't know if y'all ready for this one. Hello, you. It's me. I finally found myself. I'm not blind now, I see. Hello, you. It's me. I'm free now. I'm reclaiming my identity. Goodbye, you. Hello, me. I'm answering that call that he said just for me. Goodbye, you. Hello, me. Hello, me. It's me. Thank you, God, for introducing me to me. You always knew this was who I was gonna be, but I had no idea. Nope, not at all. Cause all my thoughts to myself, man, they were so small. I was so empty, so lost and confused. Every day I woke up, I was certain I would lose. Not knowing that every day was one that you would choose. And all my hurt and pain, I'm so certain that you used. Just for me to see how much I needed you. It was my fault, all the things that I was going through. But I was bloody blaming you, and you too. When in the mirror, I needed Present my thoughts, cause I didn't dig. Thoughts had me thinking I was in love, when actually I was the one that needed to love. It's me, I'm running down myself, I'm not lying now, I say. It's me, I'm free now, I'm reclaiming my identity. Goodbye. Hello, I'm answering that call that he sent just for me. Goodbye. Hello, me. Hello, me. It's me, right? I never knew who I was until you showed me that I had courage. You had to go at this boldly. I had to be in the valley and kinda lonely. And take my time and go patient, go at this slowly. So you could show me just exactly who I was. And you can show me what your grace and mercy does. Change your behavior doesn't change who you are. You went from a square to the diamond that you are. It's me. I finally found myself. I'm not blind now. I see. It's me. I'm free now. I'm reclaiming my identity. Goodbye. Hello, me. I'm answering that call that he sent just for me. Goodbye. Hello, me. Hello, me. It's me. Yeah, people.
the bass, in the bass, in the bass, in the bass. The home, the home, the home. Let me talk, let me talk, let me talk, let me talk. 808, 808, 808, 808. Now sing.
Get out of your head, get into the beat. Get out of your bed, get onto your feet. Clap your hands or put them out. It doesn't matter either way. There's just one thing you need to do today. Come on, sing me a song so I can sing along. When the music starts, sing me a song so I can sing along. When the music starts, I'm gonna sing it with my heart. Whenever the music starts, I'm gonna sing it with my heart.
Hello there, and welcome to Song of the Month Club! I am your host, Jeremy Adam. Very, very happy to be back for the 8th episode of Song of the Month Club. And last month, we completely forgot to announce it was our 1-year anniversary of this show. We're very happy about that, and it was our 1-year anniversary of the first episode of this show. But we are now here live at the Painted Mug Cafe with a beautiful studio audience. We thank everybody who showed up today. We especially thank all of our online guests that are joining us from home. We know you couldn't make it here today, but we appreciate you coming on to our show, watching our show anyway. Today I have 3 incredible guests, but before they get up, I'm going to tell you just a little bit about our show. Song of the Month Club is a monthly show in which we invite singer-songwriters, local singer-songwriters, well-known singer-songwriters, unknown singer-songwriters, new, old, whoever, what have you, to come on the show, and we challenge them with a brand new prompt every single month, a new challenge, in which the songwriters are given a month to respond to the prompt and come on our show and perform live, and basically for the first time in front of an audience to present this song that they have created. And today we have 3 wonderful songwriters from 3 various genres, if you will. They're not in the same genre, I will say. And this month's challenge was to write a love song to an inanimate object. So basically that's just something that doesn't move, right? That's something that we can't see moving. That's an inanimate object. And love is an emotion that happens inside in your heart, I think it's where it comes from, or your brain, I don't know, serotonin and dopamine and those kinds of fun things. But I'm not a scientist, I'm a songwriter. So I have no idea what the science behind love is. I just try to write about it. And speaking of people who are trying to write about love, I'm going to introduce my guests. I'm going to bring out my first one, Barzz, who is a bold Christian hip-hop artist from Philadelphia. And she is proud to share her testimony of God's grace and mercy through hard beats and beautiful bars. The mother of 5 and human rights activist wants to let others know that they are not alone and that God will save you no matter where you are. Don't sleep on your girl, and be sure to catch her positive vibes. Everybody, please give a round of applause for Beauty Barzz. Thanks for being on the show. Please feel free to take a seat. How you doing?
I'm good.
I don't know if this is on. Let me check for you. Hold on. We don't have a tech crew, so. Oh,
Good.
it's on. It's on now. Can you hear us back there?
Yeah!
Such a large room, you know. Gotta make sure people can hear you sometimes. How you doing?
I'm good.
Happy Easter.
Yes, thank you.
Was it nice? Did you spend time with the family?
I did.
You did?
All of them.
That's good. It's a big family. 5 kids. How do you do it? You have 5 kids and you songwrite. And you perform.
Yeah.
And you work.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And I'm a new wife.
And you're a new wife. And he's here in the audience today, am I right? Yes, shout out. And he's handsome too.
He is.
You know. I can say that
You can.
because he's married. Right? I don't know what that means.
You can say it's the truth. So,
Thank you. Yeah, you know, that's a better reason. Yes, because it's the truth, exactly. So I just want to know, besides writing this song, What's been like your main focuses from this past month?
Just life, just dealing with life. Every day is a new battle. So it's never a dull moment.
And a new victory, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Every battle brings a victory.
Yep. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'm so excited to have you on the show today. I'm so excited to find out what it is that you have written your Forbidden Love song to. And in the meantime, we're going to bring up our second guest for this evening. We've got Katie Feeney. Drawing comparisons from Adele to Janis Joplin, Katie Feeney is a versatile and dynamic singer and band leader here in Philadelphia. The powerhouse contralto fronts 8-piece funk rock band You Do You and moonlights as cosmic country crooner Roberta Faceplant, in addition to several other cover band projects. Please make some noise for the incredible Katie Feeney. With your little clipboard and everything.
I don't know the words to this new
What are you, a
song.
teacher or something
Yeah.
with your clipboard? What do
Keeping
you think you're me with a clipboard? How dare you?
Well,
Alright, I'll just take a seat over here. How you doing?
it's so good to be with you again. I'm well. Thank
It's
you.
great to have you here.
Thank you.
And
It's
to
a
be like
beautiful
this
space.
close and not just see you on Facebook,
I know.
being
I know.
incredible, doing a million things.
Nature is healing. Yeah.
Amen. Amen. Oh my gosh. So how you been?
I've been good. I've been busy. Today was a 2-gig day, so I had to play at a street festival out in Manioc, and then happy to be here.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was great. Yeah, street festivals are always a weird thing because people aren't there to see you; they're there to eat food. But if you can get them to pay attention for just a little second, it's a victory. So had a good crowd going by the end of our set, which
I feel that way about most venues.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I can
Like,
get these people.
anywhere where they serve food,
Yeah.
it's like you're just there to be in addition to the food, right? Like the food is the main attraction.
It's always like a game. Like, can you get them to look up from their dinner and clap and be like, "Oh wow, there's music happening in front of me." So,
It's like sometimes people forget that there's a table in front of them they can put the drink down onto to use their hands to clap, and they're just like, "No, I'm holding this drink. I don't know what you're talking. I can't clap.
I do
I'm holding this drink."
a lot when if I'm holding a beverage, I'll give them a little snap.
Yeah, 'cause
Plus, I think it's
you don't want to woo every every person or every time. You know,
You don't want to be the woo girl in the audience.
I mean, I want to be the woo girl in the audience. to be totally
We got one today, 1 or 2. I love it.
Are there any woo girls out there? That's what I was hoping for. So, Katie, tell me, besides earlier today, what's the last gig that you performed?
Oh, what was? Oh my gosh, now you're really throwing me on the spot. Well, I did a little. The last gig I think I had was at. Oh no, such a great gig. My band UDU. I have a full 8-piece band with horns and everything, and we played at Underground Arts. We were the openers, so we got to go on first, and I mean.
That's a cool
Like
venue.
300 people there when we opened the show, probably like half full by the time we were done. It felt so
That's
good.
awesome.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
thanks. I mean, they weren't all there to see me for sure.
Yeah, but you know what? They did see you.
They did.
They did see you,
So
that's
they
what
had
matters.
to. So, but no, that was great. So
They didn't
yeah,
have a choice.
you played at Underground Arts, and we actually next weekend we have a music festival, outdoor camping music festival in Kempton, PA.
Ooh.
I'm excited for a music festival outdoors and camping, but I forgot like April's still cold. So fingers crossed, y'all, for the weather
Yeah,
for us.
outdoor gigs are really hit or miss. Like,
You'll see.
you get a day like today where it's like, wow, I wish we were doing this show outside because it's so beautiful out there.
Right.
But then it's like, 2 days ago, raining and 45 degrees. You don't want to be doing a gig in that.
So yeah, fingers crossed. We'll bring a little bit of the warmth up to
Bring the sunshine for sure. Awesome, I'm so glad to hear about it. I'm gonna bring our third guest on, but first I'm gonna tell you a little bit about her. Koser, also known as Koser, is a multi-genre singer-songwriter from Philadelphia, known for her performance theatricality. Koser uses eclectic mashups and live improv. Koser has won many singing competitions like Philadelphia Songbird and Q102's Artist to Watch. Koser, who is open about her 3+ years in sobriety, is often compared to Amy Winehouse and Lady Gaga alike. We're gonna bring her up right now. Please put your hands together and make some noise out of your mouths for Koser! Welcome to the show. All right, I don't have a chair anymore. I'm just gonna go ahead and stand over here, but you're all so beautiful. Wow, this is so nice. How you doing, Boo?
Oh, I'm good.
Welcome.
I'm sweaty.
Also a 2-gig day for you, I heard.
Yeah, it was great.
And an outdoor gig.
I was at Elmwood too.
So you two are the same person? Like
We've never
splitting
met
hats
until today.
somehow?
Never met, but we're twin flames.
Yes, for sure.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's yeah, you definitely are. There's no question about that. Although, like, I would say opposite sides of the genre pool.
Was that Gemini?
I'm a Taurus.
Oh, they're so cute.
Hmm.
What about you, Barzz?
Cancer.
Cancer,
Love
Taurus,
Cancer.
Gemini. If you couldn't tell already. Koser, I do have a question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
What was the last song that you wrote besides this one for this show? And why did you write it?
Okay, actually, the last song I wrote before this one, I'll actually be doing in the second half. I had a terrible, actually, if I'm being honest, I had like a terrible like couple of weeks. But this day in particular, somebody broke into my car, and it was like at 6 a.m. So it was like the start of just like a really crazy day. But I wrote a song about it. I entered that song into a songwriting contest. Just
My friend Emily's songwriting contest.
Oh,
Another connection.
So I ended up winning that contest, but it was
Crazy.
hilarious because the money that you got from winning I used to pay for a new window. Oh my god.
Isn't that just the way it goes? In the pocket and then immediately out of the pocket.
I know.
It's okay though. Now you'll just have to win another songwriting competition without having your car broken into.
Yeah, I'd like that.
Yeah, I like this question though, so I'm gonna go down the line if you pass the mic over. Katie, what's the last song you wrote besides this one, and why?
This was a really good exercise for me because I've been in a bit of a songwriting slump. And I'll tell you this too, right before the song I wrote for this, I had a month and I gave myself 24 hours because I would just sit down and do it and just like the wheels weren't turning. And so there's a little bit of like ability to work under pressure. So like honestly, this is the first song I've written in a while. There are two songs that are like in motion with my band You Do You, but that's really been one of the first times where it's been like a collaborative effort. So the last time I wrote a song all by my lonesome, it's been a really long time. So thank you for the opportunity to do so. I couldn't even remember it. Yeah.
You know what? That's another part of that makes this show so great is that we do get to stoke this creativity in people, and sometimes you're in a rut, especially once you hit a certain amount of years on the planet, you like start to contemplate things, and songs don't come as easily all the time. So, Barzz, what's the last song that you wrote?
So I too have been in a slump, but also just life has been happening. So it's like I haven't been focused at all. So probably last year I got out of a really bad depression, and I wrote a song about it. And yeah, it was about last year. So this was exciting for me because it was like an instant spark. Like I was like, oh, okay, I can do this, and I did it.
Yes, you
And-
can.
And so it was good, but I think I needed it too. So
It's nice to have something to like stoke that creativity, right? To be able to like, okay, there's a deadline, okay,
Right, literally.
but there's a topic too.
Right.
You know, and one of my favorite parts about this show is that the topics are a little like they're broad. It's not specifically write about this topic, write about this thing. It's like here's just a sentence that's going to get you started on whatever the thing is, and it can go off into a million different ways, a million different avenues, and we're gonna find that out by hearing all of your songs. We're gonna hear completely how different they are. Apparently this microphone just doesn't work. I don't know. Maybe it's me. I think it's me.
I think it might be that microphone.
It might be this
Maybe send
microphone.
it back and get a new one.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and hold on to this microphone while we let the incredible Beauty Barzz take my spot over here and perform her song for us. Please make some noise for Beauty Barzz.
So before I start, I just want to say, my girl Marie, she was supposed to be here but couldn't, so we recorded her vocals on this. So shout out to Marie. And yeah.
I'm a hoover.
I fell in love with my phone. I fell in love with my phone. I fell in love with
she lazy, then you will see this ain't fugazi. See, that was all that we had. A email, a pen, and a pad. You don't know nothing about them lockdowns. Them Jones be making me mad, but I know he always come through. The reconnect, oh so true. You don't know what a 15-minute phone call will do. Woo! No matter how much it costs, our intimacy wasn't lost. It actually made us go stronger. He know who this thing belonged to, cause I fell in love with my phone.
Yes. Oh, there she is.
My Bible app, calendar, and all of my shows so convenient. One click away, y'all know how that goes. That's how we say we're connected. Social media well invested. My wallet big man, cause I'm hot for Amazon. I've been blessed with looking back when I thought I was happy. The pain in my eyes, I was so unhappy. Started to love myself more. Reality hit to the core. Taking nothing for granted. Maybe this was how God planned it. Thankful for technology. Long distance friends I get to see. Taking nothing but selfies. Pictures with all my besties. Let's not forget about all of my kids. The memories that we get to relive. Cause I fell in love with my phone. I fell in love with my phone. I fell in love with my phone. And then I fell in my zone. Hey. Woo. Feels like we spend too much time together. You got my Google Maps and my weather. It's a shame on you how much I depend. I need to rethink the time that I spend in. How much on you I rely. Taking up so much my mind. I'm not okay, I'm not fine. Have I been living the lie? This is not love, just a distraction. God deserves more than a fraction. Man, class. It's time for subtraction, time for subtraction. Take away this forbidden love. So much I need to unplug. Hey, it's time to unplug, cause I'm not in love with my phone. I'm not in love with my phone. I'm not in love with my phone. I had to leave it alone, hey. I'm not in love with my phone. I had to leave it alone.
This show. Oh my god. Yes, the mic is fixed. Thank you. Killer. Amazing. Please take your seat back. Oh my gosh. Barzz. Turn it out. Thank you for bringing that. Also, the little shout out with the title of the episode that was in the lyric there. That was great. You are such a lyricist.
Thank you.
So incredible. Who makes the beats?
So I actually found that one right on YouTube this time because it was such a so we were actually G. Marie was actually gonna play it, but we were just in a time crunch, so it was a little hard. Usually I'll find a beat and then she'll recreate it her and OT. But
Yeah.
when
did you write the song?
Last week.
Good. Okay. Good. And Koser, when did you?
Look, don't be asking me.
When did you
these
write your
questions.
song?
Yesterday.
So
It's
Katie, you wrote the
fine.
song yesterday.
It's fine.
Koser wrote the song yesterday. You wrote the song last week. I wrote my song on Friday. So
Procrastinators unite.
Song of the Month Club is more like Song of the Last 140 Hours Club.
Procrastinators Club.
Right.
Oh, that'd be, you know what? Spin-off.
Yeah.
Spin-off, right? Spin-off. This microphone just isn't working. It's not working at all? You can hear me?
No, you're
Technology.
fine.
I can't hear myself.
It was the
anymore, that's
antenna,
what it is.
so I moved the antenna to the other
Ah,
side.
I
It seems to
see,
be
I
working
see.
better.
Well, as long as the people at home can hear and as long as the people in the room can hear, then that's all that really matters. Now I can hear it even
Sorry,
more.
turn it up.
No, you're good.
Awesome. All right, so give us a little bit behind the songwriting process. What was it that made you come up with the initial idea of being in love with your phone?
Yeah. So there's my husband, and he's the reason why I was in love with my phone. He actually was incarcerated and just came home. But that was how we built our connection. I was everywhere with my phone, literally. And when I saw the prompt, I was like,
actually like 3 in the morning when I saw that, and I literally wrote the song in my head, and then woke up like, did he send me a prompt? Was I dreaming? Is that what happened? And then a couple days later, I was like, all right, let me try and get started. But it was just like, it was just love, because then I started to think about all of the things, like how we're so connected to our phones. Like, if you really think about it, it's attached to your hip. It's like that person that you can't be without, and I do everything.
In my case, it's on my wrist.
Yeah. So it's, I fell in love with it, but also realizing how much of my time it was taken away, and the things like how you just lose touch of things. I don't know anybody's phone number because I can hit one button. The convenience of it all. So it was like,
the theme is absolutely universal. We are all feeling the pull of technology in our lives at all times. Like, and it's apparent in all of the things that we do, right? Like everything right now is, oh, well, I didn't hear about that, right? Like, why did you send me the thing on the thing? Why didn't I know about it? Why aren't I constantly connected? Why don't I have a notification for everything going on in everyone's lives at all times? Right? Because we feel like we're constantly connected, but we've never been so disconnected at the same time. So I want to know, like, what's the dynamic now that he's out, and it's not like, he's in your pocket at all times, right? Like that was something that you constantly had in your relationship, and now it's like you're both kind of out in the universe, and you don't have him right there in your pocket at all times. Like, what's that like?
It's freeing, actually, in so many different ways. Because now it's like I can just roll over. It's like we have conversations all the time. Like, oh my gosh, like you're right here. I'm not waiting, or even in a mood or in a funk or in just like a mini depression, like he's right there now, as opposed to literally wait. Like that was all we had was a phone, or like I said, an email, a pen and a pad. Like we were still doing snail mail, and it was like waiting. It's always a wait. So now I don't have to wait. It's like,
yes,
and I do.
Sweet relief. So what was it? What was the decision? I know you and G are songwriting partners. You guys play a lot of shows together. For anybody at home and here that doesn't know, G Marie was on our very first episode of Song of the Month Club, one of my close friends, and another singer-songwriter here in Philly. So what was the idea? I mean, obviously it was like no-brainer, but what was that thought process like of, okay, I wrote the whole song, now I gotta bring her in to record the vocals?
So that's actually how all my songs go. I'm not a singer. But I feel like that is what brings a different element to my music. So it's just a no-brainer with any song that I write. Like I'll start off rapping the chorus, and then she'll just sing it. And I give her that freedom. Do what you do. These are the words. And
right. So she takes so you'll write the chorus, right? Like what you did the first 4 lines, like you chanted,
right?
And you'll play that for her. And then she'll hear it and she'll go, oh, I got a melody for that.
Yep.
And she'll just come back and she'll sing the melody line.
Yeah. And then at the end, I'm just like, all right, vibe out. Just do it. Like if she was here,
it works.
It would be her. She would just have like a whole nother like mini verse to add to it. And that's what we plan on doing, because it actually seems like it might be a drum. Like I like it.
Yeah. The song's awesome. The song's fantastic.
So it's good. It was a vibe. It's fun.
Incredible. Well, thank you so much for giving that to us. We appreciate you. Make some more noise one more time for Barzz. Yeah! Alright. We're gonna keep this show rolling along. Katie, are you ready? Alright, give it up. Please keep the noise going for Katie.
I have a cheat sheet. I'll see if I need it.
Do you want to just put it on the music?
That would be wonderful.
Yeah, put it on the music stand.
Thank you.
Of course. That's what it's here for.
Love that.
I'm gonna join in.
All right.
Beautiful ladies.
Thanks, Kara.
Yeah, Katie!
morning joy. Oh, the aroma. When it's over, I still want so much more from you. Morning joy. Oh, the aroma. When it's over, I still want so much more from you. Oh, yeah.
Katie, Feeney, everyone! That was amazing. Oh my goodness. And like, I'm right there with you. I feel like that song could have come out of my soul. That was incredible. All I was imagining was like sitting on the beach with like my paper cup in hand, my like Dunkin' or my Starbucks, right? And I'm just like vibing. The water is like, you know, doing its thing out there. You hear the seagulls in the background and Katie's voice and that song. Like, that was it.
Let's wake up right. Yeah.
I mean, like, if that was not Zach Brown, you know, to a T of like what I want to hear when I'm chilling and when I'm in like the zone, that was it. Also, when are these songs getting released? Because they're both like.
I probably, like Barzz said, I think I will hold on to this one. It was one of those things where, like I said, I sat there, I couldn't think, what am I gonna write the song about? Like, what am I gonna write the song about? And then, like, it was literally yesterday at 2 o'clock, and I was like, all right, Drew, I gotta go upstairs and write a song. And I'm gonna set a timer on I have this little app on my phone called Forest, and like, it prevents you from using your phone, and you grow a tree, and if you like come back on, the tree dies. So I'm like, I'm gonna grow a 20-minute tree and just like get started, you know? And like literally like 7 minutes in, I was like, I wrote the song, and I want it to come out. So I was like, what am I gonna write about? Like, what do I love so much that's not real? And I was like, coffee. But I like to, one of the things I really like to do with songwriting is, I love double entendres. So like, I don't like to write a song that is like that song is very obviously about coffee. Like, especially if you know the prompt and you know like what you're doing today, you know? But I try to write things in a way that like, this could be an unrequited love song about some guy named Joe who can't get out of your bed. You know what I mean? Like, so I try to like, how can I make it so that it fits?
You
like,
very
both
much
of those
personified
perfectly.
coffee. In
Yeah. Like, it doesn't love me like I love it. You know, it really doesn't.
I could see coffee on the other end of Barzz's phone, like not texting me back.
It's like, yeah, it's like leaving me on red. Leaving me on red eye.
Yeah, like you're like texting the coffee maker, and the coffee maker's just like blah 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 on a coffee maker. It's like,
Thank you.
So yeah, it could be like, it could be Morning Joe or it could be Morning Comma Joe if you want it to be the sexy version. So.
Yeah.
I think it's both. When you sing it the second time, I think it goes back. And I also love how that's like a hidden chorus in the song that doesn't come in till like minute 2.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, because then when you repeat it, I was like, oh, here's the, oh, okay, yeah, which I thought that was really nice songwriting.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate the opportunity to write it.
Oh my gosh, of course. And I also love, can we talk about the track?
So I do absolutely need to say that that is all the brilliance of my husband Drew Parker. Who
Shout out.
is, yeah, hi honey, I hope you're still watching. Who obviously I gave him like the day off. I was like, do you want to do 2 gigs in a day? And I was like, no. Okay, I don't believe you.
So you didn't give him the day off?
Well, yeah, I mean technically.
Give him the second half of the day off.
Here's what happened though is I don't speak music theory. Like I never learned it, but I use my ear and like. So when I heard this song, I immediately heard the melody, and I just started blabbing it to him, and I'm like, it goes like this, like, and the guitar goes down, 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 you know. And just thankfully he understands, or just like musically brilliant enough to figure it out very quickly. But this is how it's how I used to write songs, so it's fun to get back to it because more recently with my band You Do You, it's like, well, Drew's written an instrumental and I'll put words to it. You know what I mean? Or like. Even more recently, like not my new band members, but band members who haven't had songwriting contributions will bring forward a song and say like, hey, I've been working on this during the pandemic. I think this could be like a good full band song. So like we have 2 of those that my bass player Alex is part of, but like this is the first time since like the first 2 songs I've ever written where I was like, no, like sit down, you can start the song. Like you're capable, like
Yeah. Like you know how it goes, right? You're reading my brain.
Yeah. So it was really validating for me, for myself, to be like, you did, like set a time for 20 minutes, about the end of that you had a song, and you were able to relay it to him, and then he built this beautiful track, which the funny part about that is that I asked him for like a track with an acoustic guitar and a shaker, but you can see he got quite carried away.
Yeah.
So
He was like, oh, but what about this? What if there's a bass line?
Yeah, like literally, like we down there doing like he was doing it for hours. So thank you, Drew. It does sound beautiful, and I think.
Well, he knew that if he did the work now, then you'd have a song ready to release next week.
Right. You know. So, but yeah, no, we have like a whole studio set up in the house. So.
So I'll be hitting you up to come.
Yeah. There you go. But yeah, no, Drew definitely did the track and worked really hard on it all last night. It was midnight and he tried to go to bed and I was like, I don't have my track and I need it now, you know? And he's like, I'm like, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's not a single we're releasing, like, you know? But it's really, it's a great song and it was really great, you know, for us to collaborate in that weekend where I started the song and that felt really good, so yeah.
That's awesome, and I love how under pressure, like some beautiful things.
Green diamonds, right?
Yeah.
Literally, yeah.
Seriously, it's awesome. And I love how we got a perfect example of like 2 completely different genres and 2 completely different responses to the same prompt. So thank you both for creating those incredible examples.
Hell yeah.
And can we strike out right now?
Yeah.
With the third song, we're gonna destroy, right? We're gonna have yet another genre of music. Is that right?
Yeah.
Amazing.
I have an idea. Can I sit down here?
Of course
and
you
do
can.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you
I'm
want.
like, okay.
Yeah, but take the microphone.
Oh.
And also take your applause. Everybody make some noise for applause.
Yes.
All right, go on.
I'm sitting, it's the mood, because I gotta look at this, because I'm a procrastinator and did this yesterday also. Yeah.
Determined that that's fine.
It's fine.
Do you want the music?
Tell me as I am. Next to square, borders of white, angles like stairs, bands that you like, square makes a circle, pigeon just right, proof of the 90s, and all of your life, love that collection. It keeps playing Tetris with my heart. I give it all. We fly on the wall. Gallery wall. I stay there forever. Your gallery wall. Me and Da Vinci, pics from the rest, hung up like trophies, only the best. DX to Van Gogh, roommate to match, show off your best ones. I could be that, love that collection. It keeps playing Tetris with my heart. Say that, love that collection. It keeps playing Tetris with my heart. I give it all. We fly on the wall. The gallery wall. Stay there forever. The gallery
That doll is tight. Square makes to circle. Snaps and still life. One piece you're missing is me in your sights. Love that collection. You keep playing Tetris with my heart said, love that collection. You keep playing Tetris with my heart. I give it all. Light on the wall. I give it all. Light on the wall. You're very wrong.
Oh my God. Wow. That was incredible.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking us on that whole journey.
Thank you.
But I felt like, I was hung up on the wall the whole time, obviously.
Yeah, pinned up.
Pinned up, yes. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, it got raunchy real quick. Oh my God. All right, tell us about it. Where did this idea spring from?
Okay, you want the real? Like you want the real?
I mean, I don't want you to lie.
Okay. Well, so I've been having a lot of trouble lately, and I just got back from my therapist, and I was lying there on the couch, and I had like 1,000 things on my to-do list. One of them being I was dog sitting, and like I was just going out of my mind because like this poor dog just like kept whining all the time. So I'm sitting post-therapy. If anyone goes to therapy, you know sometimes it gets real messy. So I'm sitting there post-therapy session. This dog is whining. I'm looking at this to-do list, and I'm like, I don't even belong like in my own body right now. And I look up, and the owner's house that I was at has this beautiful gallery wall. And I was like, man, wouldn't that be nice just for a second to just like trade places with something there? And then I, for whatever reason, went on this journey of thinking about a bunch of exes and like what their walls look like. And so I just kind of went through this journey of like all the different walls, and I was like,
You're like
man.
a tapestry on one person's wall, and then you're like an art project from high school on someone else's wall, and then you're like, yeah.
And then I was like, had to pat myself on the back because like my taste got better and better over time. But you know, so
The wall gets less trashy as time progresses.
because I have terrible taste, but it's fine. It's totally fine. But yeah, it was cool because like, you know, sometimes like, you know, when you're recalling things, especially from like past relationships, like it's not all bad, and some pieces were like beautiful works of art, right, in these relationships that really transformed me. And so I'm like thinking of like, you know, this like snapshot of things came to me, and I was just sitting and looking at this random lady's wall.
That's where it happens sometimes, right? It's just completely random out of nowhere. You just made me think of another idea though, of like, what if you had one piece of art from each of your exes, like laid out in front of you?
I'm telling you, no, if you saw what mine would look like, no one would be surprised. They'd be like, these are
That would be a
all
very telling story
all
for
different
anyone,
things.
I think. For
Right.
anyone. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really cool. And where'd the track come from?
Oh, I stole it. No,
Okay, good.
So, no.
YouTube.
I didn't technically steal it. So I did this like promo thing on like a Beats website that was like, if you subscribe to this person, they'll give you a free track. So I just did that.
Oh, so you got it.
Yeah.
It's yours. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But you know, we might find someone else's song out there
No, it won't.
with that track.
Well, maybe, I don't know, but so sometimes
I don't know how that works, honestly. Like I don't usually buy tracks, so that's
Yeah.
this is a good, you know.
Well, sometimes I like doing it because it'll just like kind of like if I'm trying to like you, like I don't know any music there, so yeah, so I like
Stokes
hear
the first
something
idea.
so that someone who does know all of that and it is in their wheelhouse, I can be like, here, this is an idea that I'm going for, right? So like I'll buy something like a beat or something, but then I'll eventually recreate it anyway in a way that's like not, or I'll buy the rights to it.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, a lot of producers are not lyricists, and they're not singers, and they're not they're not melody makers, right? And so you get somebody who knows how to do that stuff, and they'll completely transform your song around. And what I love about all three of you is like you're lyricists, right? When it comes down to it, I mean, all of the language and all of the songs create such vivid imagery, which is awesome to be able to sit there and listen and kind of, you're hearing bits and pieces. Sometimes when you hear a song for the first time, you don't really catch every single lyric, but when you can capture the audience, when you can grab somebody like from the first listen through of like, oh shoot, I got that part. And each of you had those great moments in your songs where like the rest of us were like, oh yes, I'm right here with it. I love that. Yes, give it to us. So thank you, that was awesome.
I really wasn't surprised when I heard both of theirs because I did a little stalking like before we did this, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna be on a stage with two powerhouses, so I really wasn't. I was like, this is gonna be awesome.
Sharing proper company.
Yeah.
3 powerhouses.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Just take it.
All right.
Yeah. This is, I think, as good a time as any. I'm gonna go ahead and set up to do the song that I wrote for this song. Yeah, you guys can stay right where you are. And actually this is a great time, if you wouldn't mind, to go down the line and just give the audience an idea of where they can find you and where your next gig is.
Okay. Hello, Koser here. You can find me at Koser Music. And all my gigs are posted online, www.kosermusic.com. That's Koser. Great.
It's crazy how you post all your gigs online. That's really convenient, Karen. That's great. Sorry, she makes me laugh. I have 2 different projects. My main page that I use for myself is Roberta Faceplant, which is also the name of my country music gig side act. You can also follow my full 8-piece band at UDU Music. And that's, udumusic.com or robertafaceplant.com. Next Roberta Faceplant show, I'll give since it's local, is May 19th at Kung Fu Next High. I'm playing an event called Baby's First Rodeo, which is like the premier country music showcase in Philly. So that'll be really fun. I'll have a band. And then UDU is playing some kind of Jam 16 this Thursday. It's a whole weekend camping music festival in Kempton, PA. And those are on my website too, because I, took a page from the Carrie Koser school book.
I'm Beauty Barzz. You can find me on Instagram at Beauty Barzz. That's with 2 Z's. Don't sleep on me. Or the official Beauty Barzz. Most of my music is on YouTube. I don't really have any gigs. I lead worship every second and fourth Sunday at church. So
That's a gig, boo.
That's where I'm at
That's
with
a
it.
gig.
Just trying to get back into the swing of things. So if anybody needs me, I'm here.
Yeah, I need you too.
Yeah, I need you.
Yes, I need all of you. You're all amazing. All right, I think I'm gonna play this song.
How do you do the things you do? How do you paint the oceans blue? How do you make the flowers bloom? Oh, mother, how do you keep the birds in tune? How do you teach us what to do when we lose our way home to you? If they cut down all your trees, how will we breathe? We gotta keep the surface clean. So I promise to respect the hollow ground I walk on. To be better tomorrow than I am today. To leave the beauty for the next generation. If I'm better today than who I was yesterday. If I change my ways, then should be fighting for another day. She'll be fighting for another day. Oh, mother, control your motions, mother. And when you send us earthquakes and hurricanes, we will try to do the same. We'll bomb your deserts and control your weather. But we're just getting started. Don't you leave us broken hearted. We can show you what we're made of. And we'll strangle you with our love. If they cut down all the bees, then who'll make up honey? Gotta treat her like a queen. So I promise to respect the hollow ground I walk upon. Be better tomorrow than I am today. To leave the beauty for the next generation. If I'm better today than who I was yesterday. If I change my ways, we should be fine for another day. Shall we fight for another day? We don't have the time to take for granted the world that we demanded to live not for today. We don't have authority to plan it, to take what you've been handed and live life for today. Think about the leaves and trees and live in harmony. Sing along with me. I promise to respect the hollow ground I walk upon. Be better tomorrow than I am today. To leave the beauty for the next generation. If I'm better today than who I was yesterday. If I change my ways, we should be fighting for another day. Shall we fight for another day? 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 If I fail, we change our ways. Shall we fight for another day? Shall we fight for another day?
My gosh. So I just started learning how to use this little beat machine over here, and I got really caught up in my head during that performance because it was just like all over the place. And I practiced it probably 15 times this morning. I was like, I'm gonna do this, it's gonna be great. And I played a 4-hour gig with it last night, and it was great. And of course, right when you're in the middle of a performance, you're like, it's not working. But then at the end, I was like, it works the whole time. What are you talking about? Stop it, self. So that song is called Mother. It's about the earth. What do you guys think? Thank you. Yeah.
So like, I get beats and I get the beats and then I write the song. How, as you playing like a musician, how do you do it? Do you write the music first or do you write the lyrics? Like, what's your?
They pretty much happen at the same time.
Okay.
A lot of times I'll like come up with a melody line. I'll play something on the guitar and then I'll just kind of start singing on top of it, and freestyle, for lack of a better term, and then just goes from there.
It turns amazing.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
I have an important question.
Okay.
Quick question too.
Oh, here we go.
What's your pedal called?
Oh, like Did I
What's
name it?
called?
Did I name it or like?
Oh, it has a first name? I meant like, what's the brand of it?
Oh, the
What's
brand.
What's its first name? Yeah, that's good to know.
The brand is Boss. Yes. I didn't name it. Should we name it right now?
Yeah, what's its name?
We can name it Grief.
Wow. So it already comes loaded with samples, and then like how do you rotate between the two samples? Is like you put them on like one click is the tom and like 3 clicks is the like.
So it comes preloaded with a whole bunch of stuff in it.
Oh,
okay. And I basically go through each track that you can change the tempo, so you can be whatever speed that you want it to be, and then each track comes with 2 different presets in it so that you can switch between for like a chorus vibe and a verse vibe or pre-chorus, whatever it is, right? So basically, I just go through and figure out like, and it tells you like which genre, right? So it's like it's got like ballad, it's got rock, it's got R&B, it's got soul, it's got funk, it's got acoustic, it's got world, it's got like literally everything you could think of. And so you kind of go through and you're like, okay, what's the genre that I'm in? What's the time signature? How many beats are in each verse? And then it like you can kind of you kind of just like go through all of the presets and you're like, okay, this is the one that I want at this tempo.
It's only like drum presets or percussive presets.
I think that I haven't like fully dove into working with it yet, but I've been, just the last couple days, I've been working with the drum presets, figuring out, because I play acoustic guitar at every gig that I go to, and people want to hear a drum, people want to hear percussion, they want to hear a shaker, they want to hear, they don't just want the acoustic guitar, they want the bass line, they want the horns and all that stuff, and it's expensive to hire those people. And where are they? Hello? A brass section, where are you? Come out, come on now. But like for real, right? It's tough to find, it's even tough to find a guitarist, so that's part of the reason why I even play guitar in the first place. And so this was kind of like sitting on my shelf. My lovely partner got this for me last year for my birthday, and it's just kind of been sitting around for almost a whole year now. And and it's also a looper, so I can like play something into it, and then it'll just loop it and play it back.
Yeah, that's the kind of looper I'm familiar with. So that's why I was like, that's
So this
cool.
is
That's
both.
not like a drum machine built into
It's got the drum machine on the right and then the loop on the left. And I haven't fully figured out the timing for how to do the looper yet, like to record it and everything. But once I do, watch out. Watch out. Yeah, because you can also plug your vocals into this. You can have your guitar into it. You can do all the fun, I think of Ed Sheeran off the top of my head, but there's plenty of other artists. Yeba, I think she does it. Right? Incredible.
Okay, your last interview question for the song of the month. Have you ever written a song about your cats?
I have.
Give us a line.
What was the line?
No, give us a line from it.
A line from that song?
Yeah.
The song is called Learn to Run, and it's the first line is, I don't know if I can stand, but I'm gonna keep trying until I can.
Oh,
And then it's, I don't know if I can run one foot in front of the other one. And like, I actually made a whole music video to it that's on Instagram where it's the kittens just like running around. They're so adorable. I'll send it to you after the show. I'll send it to everybody. Everybody who wants it. Yeah. It's a cute song. It's a really cute song. I play it for my babies. My day job, teaching baby music with G Marie, and I play it for the babies. And it's just a song where I'm like, get up and run, because the chorus of the song is like, gotta run, 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 gotta run, 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 gotta run, run. And the kids are literally just like bumping into each other, running around. So silly. Yeah, it's great. Exactly. It helped, and the parents love it because they get all the energy out. They run around, they're all crazy, and then they nap at the end of the day. It's perfect. It's really perfect. So speaking of energy, you about to bring it a second time for us? All right, everybody give it up for Beauty Barzz!
Beauty Barzz! Barzz of Beauty!
Tuesdays don't sleep on sheep.
Yes.
Hello, it's me. I finally found myself. I'm not blind, now I see. Hello, it's me. I'm free now. I'm reclaiming my identity. Goodbye. Hello, me. I'm answering that call that he sent just for me. Goodbye. Hello, me. Hello, me. Ooh, it's me. Then just for me to see how much I needed you. It was my fault of the things that I was going through, but I was studying blaming you and you too. When in the mirror, I needed to look at who I love you. It's me. I'm running on myself. I'm not blind now. I see. I love you. It's me. I'm free now. I'm reclaiming my identity. Goodbye. Goodbye. Hello me. I'm listening the call that is sent just for me. Goodbye. Goodbye. Hello me. Hello me. It's me. Looking in the mirror at my own worst enemy. So much going on, but nobody wasn't blaming me. Who was the one that got me in this mess? Who was the one that always answered with yes? Who was the one that could never say no? And man, who was the one that just couldn't let go? I felt like all I needed was someone to hold me. I let all of these emotions get a hold of me. I let go and I just gave myself to the world. It's like I forgot that I was a daddy's girl. Couldn't find myself at all in your words. I started believing all the thoughts that I heard. You not good enough. What you gonna do with all them kids? I was a prisoner in my thoughts, cause I did the bid. The thoughts had me thinking I was in love, when actually I was the one I needed to love and love you. It's me. I'm running on myself. I'm not one now. I see. I love you. Hi. It's me. I'm free now. I'm reclaiming my identity. Goodbye. Hello me. I'm listening to all that is just for me. Goodbye. Hello me. Hello me. It's me. I never knew who I was until you showed me that I had courage and had to go at this boldly. I had to be in the valley and kinda lonely, and take my time and no patience, go at this slowly. So you can show me just exactly who I was, and you can show me what your grace and mercy does. Changing behavior doesn't change who you are. You went from a square to the diamond that you are. I love you. It's me. I'm really on myself. I'm not blind now. I see. I love you. Hi. It's me. I'm free now. I'm reclaiming my identity. Goodbye. Goodbye. Hello me. I'm returning all that is just for me. Goodbye. Goodbye. Hello me. Hello me. It's me.
Yeah! Yes, Barzz! That was so great! I love that song every single time that I hear it. And hello!
Okay.
My gosh, where do you get this? Where do you get it from? Because I need some of it.
It's
I just need a little
persona.
bit.
Thank you.
It's just, it's a mood. You are a mood. Mm-hmm. We love it. Also, I love just the way that you craft your sentences, the way you craft your lyrics are just perfect every single time.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Just telling my truth, that's all. I just like to share my story. And if you listen to any of my music, it's always a storyline. And then if you actually know me, like if y'all didn't know that I had kids, you'd be like, what is she talking about? But when you heard me say I had 5 kids, it makes sense.
Right.
Because it's like my real life. So I pretty much just talk about whatever it is that's happening in a way that I feel can be relatable to other people.
I love that. Live your truth all the time, every time.
Every time.
Yes, and thank you for sharing that truth with us.
Yes.
That's seriously, like that's the testament of an artist is not just being able to take your thoughts and put them down on paper, but being able to spread them around to everybody that's in your life and realizing that the thing that you wrote is greater than you are. It's got a higher purpose than you do. And everything in your life has that, right? There's some kind of higher purpose to what we're here for what we're doing. And so if you live with that mentality, you're going to be thinking about how is this going to affect other people? How could somebody else potentially take this and it could heal them, or it could help them, or it could serve them in some other way that it did for me, right? Because songwriting is catharsis. Songwriting is just taking that pent up energy and then relieving it and putting it back out into the universe in whatever way.
When I wrote the song, it And so it was basically me like, and I feel like this song, it still hits me different every time because you always have an opportunity to say hello to the new you. Like every day you get up is a new opportunity to change what happened yesterday. You make that choice. So it's like, I just gotta say bye to that girl because I don't know who she is. But I know who I am today.
Yes.
So it's like, hey.
Your relationship with the song evolves over time as you evolve, because it's a song about identity, it's a song about your own personality, and your personality is constantly changing as you gather more experiences, as you learn more things, as you find out, as you meet new people, we tend to kind of soak up all of the goodness that we can, and this is why I surround myself with incredible people who bring on the show, because I want to take that energy and think, like how can we constantly say hello to that new person and constantly give back so that we can continue to do this, right? We're very lucky to be able to do this. So thank you for that. Yeah. All right. I think we're going to keep the vibe going with some Katie Feeney. Come on, make some noise. You can bring it back for us.
I almost want to take the hat off because this is not a country song. This is a You Do You song.
Ooh.
But my hair is messy, so I'm going to keep it on.
Have fun.
Here's a vibe. Okay. I'm going to keep it going.
All right, make some more noise one more time for Katie Feeney. Okay, shh. No, shh. Oh, we good. Okay.
First, you gotta picture this with the full band. Playing right along with me. Said you gotta leave. You gotta give a little back first, girl. Then you gotta live your best life. Something matters in this whole world. If you just do it your own way, and you don't care what the haters say, well, you'll be laughing all the way to the bank. It just takes time. Said you gotta just do you. Yeah. Live your truth. It's the only thing we can do. Live it up, live it up, live it up. Use some harmonies on those Live It Ups if you wanna try. Live it up, live it up, live it up. Yeah. Said you gotta live it. You gotta live it till it really hurts. Or even worse, when you're in pain, when you're standing under the rain. If you just do it your own way, knowing that you're gonna make mistakes, eventually you'll be okay. Oh, it just takes time. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, I said you gotta just do you, yeah. Baby, live your truth. Is it the only thing we can do? Live it up, live it up, live it up.
I met Miley once if we have time for that story.
Oh my
Miley
God, of course
Cyrus.
we have time. Tell us.
I used to work in Rittenhouse, and I was late for work one day, and I was wearing like black jeans and like a black shirt, and I was sick, I was pale. And I walk up on this girl, and she had on a crocheted maxi skirt, like with like, you know, like when that first became a trend, this was a long time ago. She still had like a bob. So I didn't, anyways, walking bulldog, Tiffany blue boat shoes. I'll remember the outfit forever. Had this dog. I like your shoes. And then I just walked away, and she was like, thanks. Went to work, didn't think anything of it. Didn't look at her face. And she, later that afternoon, my friends were like, we should have gone and had lunch in the park this afternoon. We would have met Miley Cyrus. And they sent me a TMZ picture, and I was like, oh, I talked to that girl. And later, right after this, like 2 days later is when she buzzed off her hair. And she did this Rolling Stone interview where she talked about how much she loved Philly because the people were such weird freaks and they let her just like walk around with her dog and like live her life. My friends were like, she's talking about you! You changed Miley Cyrus's life! So thank you, I love Miley Cyrus. I think she's super underrated as a singer.
So underrated!
She can sing her tookis off.
The live album that just came out.
So good.
Let's talk about the comeback of Miley Cyrus that's happening right now. Like the revolution that she's gone through. She's bringing back that Janice vibe. She's bringing back that class. She wants to be like that classic rock woman.
She is.
With like a little bit of jazz R&B happening too.
Yeah.
Are you a Miley fan? Sort of. You got a sort of.
Are we gonna be on the
Team Miley over here, and then Barzz is gonna sleep on Miley. It's all good. You just got new stuff though. Yeah, new stuff. Or do a deep dive. Just listen to the whole discography. Honestly,
Bangers.
It's worth it. Katie Feeney, Miley Cyrus, everyone. Gorgeous. Who wrote that song? You wrote that song?
I wrote that song with Drew, and then our bandmates kind of add something you said resonated with me earlier. I'm like, yeah, that's my philosophy too. Like with my collaborators, it's like I'm collaborating with you, I trust you. So like I write this part, you write this part, hey, you fill in, write the rest of it. So like yeah, I think Drew might have written a guitar part, and then I wrote the lyrics and the melody, and then the band added their parts too. Yeah, but that song's available
Band
online.
sounds great.
That's literally the studio track with my vocals removed. So if you like that song, you can find it. Yeah.
Love it. Yes, adding to the playlist. Literally, probably already on there. Honestly. Yes. Oh my gosh, you're such a vibe, Katie. Seriously, like everybody here is just Vibe City up here right now. And if I could put you all in my pocket. Oh wait a minute, I can because I have a phone, and so I will put you all in my pocket. Thank you, Barzz, for reminding us. And I think to round out our show, we have the incredible Koser coming back up to do one more song. Am I right? Yes. All right, make some noise. Come on, keep it going. We only got one more song left. You have to make some noise. Make it loud. I should get an auctioneer. I don't know.
You should. Remember I was talking about all those tough times? Well, you were saying like there's always a victory at the end of a battle. Well, like this song brought me a lot of good things. So I'm happy to do Bad Mood Club for you today. And yeah, it's not out yet. It will be in a couple weeks.
Ooh, sneak peek.
Sneak peek.
Love that.
Somebody broke into my car, had a bad day, everything was uncalled for. I know my friends will try and be supportive, but my back hurts from carrying the world. Okay, maybe I exaggerate the normal, maybe I exaggerate the normal, but somebody put me in that mood club. That mood club. Running, yelling, screaming, running. Gave me an attitude. Had a weird thing tripping on you with the wrong shoes. I know my friends, they try to be supportive, but my feet hurt from running from my problems. Okay, maybe I exaggerate the normal. Maybe I exaggerate the normal. But somebody put me in the battle club. In the battle club. Running and screaming, running. In the battle club. Hey. Maybe I just need to sit in this, to get on over this. Health is okay, mental's declining. I'm working hard, I'm working on my spiraling. Maybe I exaggerate the normal. Maybe I exaggerate the normal. But somebody put me in the battle club, right? In the battle club.
Wait, what? What? When do you drop on that? Come on.
I know. I'm going to the studio in
That
May.
was so good. That was so good.
Thank you.
Holy, oh my God.
Thank you.
Okay, like Billie Eilish, step over.
You know
Who
how
are
I
you?
feel about
Olivia Rodrigo?
Oh.
Who? Excuse me? I mean, come on. Like, Best New Artist Grammy coming your way. Honestly.
Let's go.
Freaking killing
Let's
it.
go,
All
okay?
three of you. Like,
Listen.
I'm just sitting here listening and I'm like, these 6 songs right here could make a good playlist. Just these 6 songs that you guys all
You should make one. That's Song of the Month Club.
Yeah, we are. That is the plan. That is the plan. But people don't send me their tracks, so it's tough. Shade? No shade. I'm just kidding. Wait, before I forget, one thing that I have to tell you, something so special about your voice and something that I think you know how to utilize to your advantage is when, like, a lot of female singers, it's all about that high note. And Katie, you're the same way. It's all about that high note, but you have this ability to, like, hit that one really low note that's all the way down at the bottom of your range and make it just as special as that big high note.
I think her bio had contralto, right?
Contralto. That's right.
Well, listen.
That's right.
No, I want to talk to.
I hate sometimes when people are really good. And if you watch my face back, the faces I'm making and you are just like pure like I could vomit when you did those.
The up-run,
So I thought.
Oh my. This was scripted, just so you all know.
This is a 10 out of 10. This is my 4th gig of the weekend, and I could not have asked for it to end on a better.
Yeah, totally.
Like,
God bless. Can we give it up for our incredible guests one more time here on Song of the Month? Beauty Barzz, everyone! Katie Feeney! Koser! I want to thank the 3 of you so much for being on the show. For our guests at home, you can find them online. We're going to be posting up, we're going to post in the comments and all over about where you can find them. Hopefully these songs will be getting released very soon. Make sure you follow us on social media to find out when that's going to be happening. And I completely forgot because I was having too good of a time, but you can tip our performers via Venmo. There is a little bit, it's been at the bottom of the screen the whole time, so, but if you don't know how to read or you're blind and you're just listening to this, then tip our performers, please go on Venmo and figure out, how to do that because they're working really hard. We pool the tips and we split them amongst all of our performers at the end of this show. And if, even if you're watching and you're not in live time, my Venmo is always open, all right? So please keep the tips pouring in and I can send them over to these incredible ladies. And one more time, let's give a round of applause to our incredible guests this evening.